Good morning, I'm here with Serena. We're here to do an LLC Office update. I'm Phil Germu, I'm the facilities manager for the LLC. As you can see from the front of the building, it doesn't look like there's much been happening. But how about if we take a walk inside and see what it looks like in there? So this front office, this front part of the building will be cleaned up on Saturday. The new glass is coming and it'll be insulated glass, so we'll probably improve our heating bill just by having that. The vestibule here has been put in already. We have the doors just popped open just so we can come and go without banging up the new doors. The ceiling, I don't know if you can see that, but some of the ceiling grid, all the ceiling grid is in, but not all of the panels have been put in place yet because we still have some inspections to do above the grid area. So electrical passed yesterday. It was a pretty big accomplishment. On Friday we'll have the mechanical inspection above there, and then we can get that on Saturday, get the whole grid padded out. That's what we call that, padding out the ceiling. Over here is the bookstore area. We're storing a bit of the plumbing here for the plumbing fixtures for the bathrooms. But we got the cabinets in, we got the shelves ready to go in. We'll install a couple of floating shelves on that wall. And this is going to be our bookstore area. Where I'm standing right here will be a small seating area for people to come and enjoy the books that we have at the bookstore, kind of linger here, have a cup of coffee, have a cup of tea. We're kind of hopeful that our membership and others would find this be a comfortable place to just come and visit. It wouldn't be intrusive at all, we don't think at all, for the workers here to have visitors here on occasion. In fact, it's very nice to have them. We're going to kind of walk through the building and kind of show where we're at. So walking in here, this is our small conference room, what we call a small conference room. This summer, summer services will be broadcast from this room. We have extra treatments in this room that have created an opportunity to make AV recording much more suitable, where we won't have a lot of background noise and able to control the environment a little bit. This room here that I'm walking into here doesn't have a light going in it yet, and I don't know if the video will show it at all, but this is what we call the audio recording room. We record the Voice of Zion every month, voice record it so that people can listen to the Voice of Zion as well. And this will be an opportunity also to do additional audio recordings as well. So there's more treatments, sound treatments in that room to make it like a studio, a recording studio, so that we have the best audio recording possible. Probably tell the difference as I walk into this room that there's a lot more echoing, a lot more reverberations, because this doesn't have any treatments in it from that perspective. Once we get floor covering on here, we're putting carpet in here, it'll take a little bit of that reverberations out of this room, but we think it'll be just about right. This is our large conference room. It'll be able to accommodate about 100 people just in chairs. If we put tables in, of course that'll decrease that number, but up to 100 people will be able to attend the meeting in this room. And we have our doors painted there. They're ready to be set on the door frames, and a lot of work has been done. And so you can kind of see, maybe up there we have 2 strings of the new lights in. And once those doors are removed, then we'll get the final 2 banks of lights in, and then we'll be able to get this room pretty much ready to go for final coat of paint and carpet. You'll follow me. We'll go back out into the corridor, and we'll stop in the admin area. So these offices are what we call the admin pod. The admin pod. So the administrators, Eric, Elizabeth, myself, Adeline, Adrian, we all work from this area here. And so this is right in the front of the building as we come in. We did some sound treatment here in some of the offices just to make that outside noise not a distraction for those that are working there if we do have those visitors that we hope we end up with. The reception area is right behind me here. I'll move some of this stuff and we can see what our countertops look like. They've been installed, we have it protected, but this is the general countertop look that we'll have throughout our offices. And then on the reception wall here, you see probably in the video that we have some plastic covering, but what we have here are acoustical panels that we're covering them now. As you can tell, it's white covering and we don't want to get it dirty. But on this wall we will also have white oak slats that will be part of our design for the office, and our new adopted logo will be right here. So as you come in the front door, this will be the reception area, and it'll be something that will be visually pleasing for everybody to come here and see. We're trying to make it a welcoming place for anybody to come and visit. The front of the building, because of design constraints of the building, we weren't able to put any windows in the offices to the outside. So what we've done is incorporated the windows that we have in the front. We're going to also add windows in the back doors. So we'll have that southern exposure light and the northern exposure light that'll kind of fill the corridor. And that's really the extent of lighting that we're able to get, the natural lighting, based on the type of building we have, our proximity to property lines, and so forth. This area is designed a lot like the administrative area. This is the communications team will be working here. Sandy Pilvine and Nat Kiernan, Serena and Lisa Kiernan, and then Ruth DeLacy and Annette Johnson here. We also have a collaborative work area here in this area. It's kind of hard to tell with this lift here that I have charging here. But we'll also have furniture here. The communications department does a lot of collaborative work together, and they will need to, they wanted to use this kind of this space where they would be able to have their breakout areas for the different members that need to collaborate on the Voice of Zion, Shepherd's Voice, music, and Easter Messenger, and the like. Now we're getting back into an area that's still quite a bit under construction. This is called a break room. Then we have countertops here. We're protecting them from those of us that aren't the most careful construction workers, but that's all laid under there. So then the small kitchen breakout room for us, and then we also have this center counter that if we have a larger meeting here, that we'll also be able to serve food from here as well. So it's kind of multi-purpose. You see these outlets along this wall here and data ports. That's also for additional workers to come. Continuing on in the back, we're close to having our bathrooms completed. We've got last of the tile happening this week. I'll just walk into this one. They're motion sensor lights, so the lights kind of come on automatically. And so these are the tile work that's being done. As soon as this last bit of tile is completed, we're going to paint the walls. Next week we'll set the fixtures and we're going to be good to go. Another restroom here. We have 4 restrooms in total, so a couple of small ones and a couple of larger ones. And then finally our utility room down here on this end, where a water heater and water softener. So as you can see, a lot of work has been done, but there's still quite a bit of work still to complete. And then finally our storage area for all of our tile work here. Just the tile that still needs to be installed, and that's going to be completed this week. So here is the shipping area. We'll have a table here where the receptionist will be able to work. Maria works up there at that front desk. She'll be able to see when people come in the front door, they need assistance. She can go back and help them, but this is also an area of her work area where she does the shipping for all the orders that come in from the congregations. We'll have all of for storage of our the materials that are shipped in here, as well as stuff that is coming in bulk orders for pallets and that type of thing. And then this is going to be Keith's favorite room. And we've started on assembling the rack storage for the archive. So let's take a look in our mechanical room. When we first came here, this whole wall, you can see the different places where there was boxes and things attached. There was wiring systems in here from 1974, which isn't that old unless you were born after that. Then it seems like it was a long time ago. But this is our electrical system, all brand new electrical panel. All that conduit has been mapped out and put in by volunteers. And just a whole bunch of volunteers have been participating and helping with this project. And I'm pretty amazed, quite frankly, to see how much of the talent that God has given to the believers, that most of this work has been done with volunteer labor. On the heating unit, tomorrow morning we will be pouring the concrete out here to finish out this path to the street. This is where we will take our deliveries. This door will be a little bit larger, where we will put the glass doors that will allow that southern light to come in. So here we have a brand new electrical system, or our new meter. And this is the brand new heating system for one unit. And then I don't know if we showed in our pictures earlier in the video, Serena, if we showed that one being up on the roof. But yeah, we had to get a crane in here, lower it down to the ground, and added this unit here to provide enough heat for an office setting. This has been a tremendous learning experience for me. It's been so much fun to work with everybody. I'm amazed at the talents that God has given the believers and His congregation. We have so much to be grateful for, so much to be just amazed at, I guess, is kind of my thinking on it. Words are pretty hard to express. The selfless amounts of time, the donations that have come in from congregation members, and we've been able to auction off a couple of things as kind of little fun things, like where we're standing now. There used to be a shed. We put on there, it says that we need the shed removed, and somebody suggested that it be auctioned off. We were able to generate a little bit of revenue. It was just a fun time for people to bid on this shed. And one of the good things about the removal of that shed is that the high bidder also had to take the shed away, so it helped us tremendously. So I hope you have enjoyed our little walkthrough through the LLC office. Again, I'm amazed at the outpouring of love and support. God's given gifts to so many people, selflessly have given of their time, their effort, their know-how. I've learned a tremendous amount just by listening to what's needed next. This wasn't my original career where I was a project manager of a project, but the support that we've been given by so many else that says, hey, Phil, what about this? What about that? It's been very nice to be able to have that. And I think that part in Corinthians where it talks about every man according as he purposeth in his heart, so let him give, not grudgingly or of necessity, for God loveth a cheerful giver. Oftentimes when I've heard that verse, it's been kind of at a time when we've needed to make a collection of something, but I think it extends well beyond that, where the gifts that God has given His children has been so evident here in this project. They've got gifts, they've been giving, whether electricians, plumbers, glazers, painters, concrete finishers, refinishers, concrete treatment, experts. It's just, I'm just amazed by it all, and again reminds me that that this is a good place to be. God has put us all in different parts of our life, in different stations, and it's just such a blessed experience for me personally. But it's not even, this isn't for me only, but this is God's will. This is good. God has ordained for us or chosen for us to have this office area here closer to where more believers are in Monticello. So I guess all these just different musings and these thoughts that I have are just kind of all jumbled up, but it's just again a reminder about the wonderful nature of God and His abundant blessings. I hope you've enjoyed your time with us touring the LLC office today. This is our third installment, and I hope you've enjoyed seeing the progress. I hope you've enjoyed kind of seeing the layout. I hope you've been able to feel like you would have that opportunity to come and visit, and that this would be a comfortable place for you to come and visit, whether it's browsing the bookstore or enjoying a cup of coffee with some of the employees here, or have a chit chat about different things that you need in your local congregations, and those types of things.